All right, what's up, traders? Finally, I've got my reload zone video out. This is going to be the first of a couple of episodes I'm going to release on a weekly basis. I'm starting a new playlist that I'm going to start uploading some educational materials on TA for you guys. So the first episode, we are going to talk about the reload zone. What is the reload zone and how do I use it in my trading? So the reload zone, also called the RLZ. So the RLZ is short for reload zone, and basically what the RLZ is it's the area between the 618 to the 786 Fibonacci levels using the Fibonacci retracement tool in TradingView, right? It's you can use it to find long setups and short setups. It says exactly the same. You just use instead of using the low to the high, you use the high to the low to find the short RLZ. It's an area where bots and algos like to play off. It's where smart money likes to reload their positions, right? It's a potential reversal area. And like I say, you can use it to find short setups and long setups, depending on what you're looking for, right? And what I use the RLZ for is I find a good location. So the first thing I do when taking a look at a chart, I want to find a good location to enter a trade, and it's usually inside the RLZ. But it's not about just adding the RLZ to your chart. It's about adding the RLZ and then finding confluence with the RLZ and other technical indicators. In this video, I will only show you how to find the RLZ and actually trade the RLZ using market structure. But in the later videos, I will show you how you can add different concepts to this idea. All right, so let's jump into the chart and take a look at a couple of examples. All right, so here's the first example of BTC USDT on Binance. I will first show you how to actually find RLZ and how to use the Fibonacci tool to actually draw the RLZ. So what you want to do is you want to select the Fibonacci tool up here to the left, right? Fibonacci retracement tool. You will see that I have a template with these settings so that you will get only the RLZ selected with these colors right here. And if you can pause the video right here and just copy my settings. So as you can see, I have the 0, the 1, the 618, the 786, and the 702 level marked out with these colors, right? So that's my template. You can pause the video and copy these settings if you like to have my exact RLZ settings. So what I like to do is you want to select the magnet tool here to the left. This will make your make it snap to the closest candle close or wick. The Fibonacci tool, select the template you use to find the long RLZ. So what I want to do right here is I want to find the RLZ of this move, right? And I want to find the RLZ in case price starts to retrace. I want to know where is a good level for a possible reversal, right? So I select the low down here to the high up here. What I like to do is I like to go into settings here, click at coordinates, and extend the bar to the right so that it covers the whole price action that I'm interested in. And as you can see right here, you see the price comes into the long RLZ right here. So that's actually how you actually get the RLZ on the map. And the most important level on the RLZ, and I think a lot of people can agree with this, that the most used level, I think, when it comes to Fibonacci, the Fibonacci tool is the 618, and that's the upper part of the long RLZ, right? And that's usually going to be a very important area when taking longs down in the RLZ. If you go down into the 4-hour right here, you can see that we tapped, well, better with the daily. So you can see here that we tapped the midpoint of the RLZ right here, this green line, before reversing upwards, right? So this is a very nice bounce inside the long RLZ for a move upwards. So let's take a look at 2 or 3 more examples. All right, so this is USD versus the Canadian dollar on Forex. So let's take a look at this one and see where the RLZ is on this one. So we'll go to the weekly. With these bigger moves, it's just easier to find the levels on the weekly time frame. So I've selected the RLZ here, chosen my template. I use the low of this up move to the high up here. Go into settings, coordinates, and adjust the levels. As you can see here, we had a very nice move down into the RLZ. Now, what do you want to look for when price is inside the RLZ? So this is the location that you're in, right? This is the location that you want to, you're interested in trading this pair. You're interested in going long when it's trading inside this location, and the location is RLZ, right? So what you want to do is you want to, when price is inside RLZ, you want to see bullish market structure. And the best kind of bullish market structure, in my opinion, when trading the RLZ, is if you can find a double bottom, a W on like the 4-hour or the daily, where the neckline, you know, the resistance area of this W, this double bottom formation, is confluent with the midpoint of the RLZ. Now that's just a beautiful break in market structure here, right? So you get this downtrend, you're getting the double bottom, you broke out of this area. And one interesting thing here with USD CAD, it's also a very good example of having a low time frame RLZ inside a high time frame RLZ. If you take this move here, so I'm just going to ignore this wick because I really think it makes more sense to just use this low right here, this high up here. Now we never got a retrace down inside this RLZ, the smaller one, but I really love the confluence between the midpoint of this smaller RLZ with the midpoint of the bigger RLZ. So this is a very nice example of having a RLZ within a bigger RLZ to add confluence to the RLZ, right? And what more can you do? When price enters the long RLZ, you can add the RSI. You can look at the RSI or the MACD for bullish or bearish divergences, right? And if the RSI is oversold inside the long RLZ, that's going to add some confluence to a possible bounce, right? If the RLZ is oversold, I mean, like here, looking at the USD CAD, we were oversold here right before this big move. We were oversold here inside the long RLZ down here just before this move, right? And we were also seeing, you know, let's see, on the 4-hour here, we were seeing here bullish divergence on the RSI and MACD inside the RLZ, adding some confidence to that too. That's one example on Forex using the RLZ. And another thing I like to look for inside the RLZ is confluent with the midpoint of the RLZ with a high time frame moving average like the daily 200 simple, this white line. And as you can see here, the 200 simple comes in pretty perfectly here on the midpoint of the RLZ. So right here, right, this white line. So that's what I like to do. I like to look at the chart and see if price is inside the long RLZ and short RLZ. I will then add more, technical indicators or concepts, price action concepts, to find confluence with the RLZ. Alright, so here's another example I wanted to show you on BAT BTC. This is another way to use the RLZ. So as you can see here, we have this nice weekly range here, and as if you have been following my market updates, you probably know about this one. This weekly range right here, and we had this you know, the lows got swept here. We had this nice move up here, right? And we started creating this range right here, right? So by using the low down here to the high up here, you get the RLC of this whole range right here. And the interesting thing about this one is the fact that we have the long RLC of this low time frame range. Well, it's not really low time frame, but it's low time frame compared to this whole weekly range. So this long RLC right here is in perfect confluence with the range low. So that's just adding another layer of, you know, confluence to the long RLC right here. So looking at the daily right here, we have, like you can see, very nice moves of the RLC right here, right? And what I'm looking for right now is confirmed bullish market structure after having bounced in the long RLC, and I'm adding the moving averages here to find some very nice confluence with the, you know, the part right above the RLC being the 618, right, with the 21 EMA, the 55 EMA on daily, the 200 EMA, and the 200 simple. So some very nice confluence after a bounce of the RLC, and as you can see here, we bounced here inside this midpoint of the RLC, got out of the RLC and came down and touched the 618 Fibonacci level, the upper part of the long RLC, very nicely before moving up. So, you know, longing the 618 after having a confirmed bounce inside the long RLC would have been a very good trade on that one. So that's also a way to find good confluence inside the RLC. Alright, so I'm going to show you one last example. You can actually use the RLC on any time frames. You can use it on the 1 minute all the way to the monthly. I like to use it on the weekly and the daily. And sometimes I like to find the RLC inside the bigger RLC on the lower time frames. But you can use it pretty much on any time frame, right? So let's take a quick look at current price action on Bitcoin right here. So let's use the low of this move all the way up to this high wick up here. Let's extend it to the right, and you can see that we touched the RLC right here, confluent with the daily 55 EMA. So a very nice bounce right here inside the RLC. Now you can, if you think that this move is just, you know, the wicks are too big, you can use the low of that candle and the high of that candle. So you use the bodies instead of the wicks, right? And that's going to bring some very nice confluence with the range low right here. And as you can see, this is quite nice, right? So you get a very nice reaction of the long RLC right here. So I mean, I know people that make a lot of money only trading the RLC. So I definitely recommend that you guys add this to your arsenal, add it to your chart. You don't have to trade it, just add it on your charts and see if you can actually find some confluence with your trading, because it can really help you determine if a level is extra strong or not. Maybe you're looking at a level that's right above the RLC, and in that case maybe you want to lower your stop loss a little bit to incorporate the RLC in case you wick down into RLC, because it's very likely that if you price comes, you know, close to the RLC, it's at least going to test the 618 before reversing to the upside. Another thing I wanted to show you on this chart is we can look at the, I mean, you can use the RLC on anything, and you're most likely going to find some pretty nice confluence. So let's just use this wick down here to this wick up here, and look, you find perfect confluence with the range EQ that I got drawn here. So if you want to long this move right here on Bitcoin, I mean, yeah, longing the long RLC of this move might not be a very bad idea, honestly. Alright guys, so that's my video on the RLC, the reload zone. I hope you will find these videos to be educational, and after viewing this, what I want you to do is I want you to copy my template. I want you to add the RLC on the chart, and also if you've been using the RLC in your analysis and if you think it's good or bad or whatever, I would love to hear your thoughts, and if you have any feedbacks on this or whatever, comment down below. And if you want to see more content like this, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to my channel will tell me that you want more content, and the more subscriber I get, the more content I will be able to give you guys. So the plan is to release one video like this one every week, and the more positive feedback I get, the more comments and the more likes and the more subscribes I get, the more videos like this you will have. So I do realize that this is a bit short, but really the reload zone is very simple, and that's the whole idea with my trading style. My trading personality and my trading style, my trading system and strategy is very simple, because I strongly believe in the idea that TA is supposed to be kept as simple as possible, right? Trading, it's not hard. Well, TA is not hard. Trading is extremely hard, but the hardest part of trading is trading psychology. All right, so that's it. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you in another video next week. Take care, guys.